Hello, my name is Kathy Swider, and I'm a human factors engineer. I'm here today with my coworker, Lauren Thomas. Welcome to Is It Safe? We're going to tell you a little bit about the work we love to do.
My name is Lauren Thomas, and I'm an aviation psychologist. You may have heard of the Titanic disaster. The Titanic was an ocean liner that struck an iceberg on her first voyage. The ship sank, and 1,341 people died. There were not enough lifeboats on board. The ship was believed to be unsinkable. Clearly, it wasn't. After the accident, new rules were put in place to ensure that passengers on ships would all have a space on a lifeboat if needed. And the rules also meant that there had to be enough life vests on board for everyone to have one. Today, the FAA writes rules to help keep aviation passengers safe. The first airplanes were built around the time that the Titanic sank. Many of the words we use in aviation come from shipping. We call the left side port and the right side starboard, for example. And we also have a captain in charge of the aircraft, the same as on a ship. And we also use similar equipment.
One of the things we use to keep passengers safe are life vests. Why does the FAA test life vests for aircraft? We do this so we can be sure they work the way they were supposed to work. Life vests come in plastic packages that tear open, so we test how much strength it takes to open the packaging. Where's your life vest? Usually it's under your seat. FAA researchers measured and tested this to make sure that people of different shapes and sizes could all reach their life vests. We also do tests to see how long it takes people to open the package and put on their life vest. This is called a donning test. Some other tests we do at the FAA include tests in the water. We test to see if the life vest stays on when you jump into the water. We also test to see if it floats well. It keeps your face above the water so you can breathe. Your life vest will also have an emergency light so that people can see you and find you. Life vests use special colors. Yellow, orange, and red are preferred. This makes it easier for people to find you if you're floating in the water.
At the FAA, we also test aircraft to check that if there is an emergency, passengers can evacuate the aircraft quickly. We check to make sure that there are enough doors and that the doors are big enough for passengers to be able to evacuate safely. Many exits have evacuation slides to help passengers reach the ground. Some aircraft doors are opened by flight attendants in an emergency evacuation. Some doors are opened by passengers in an emergency. To sit next to one of these overwing exits, you need to be aged 15 years or older. If you are sitting near to one of these exits, be sure to read the instructions. Sometimes the evacuation slides can also be used as rafts. This is important where the aircraft lands on water. The slides can be separated from the aircraft. FAA testing checks that the life rafts float with waves and wind conditions. Water evacuations are rare. You may have heard about Flight 1549, an Airbus A320. The aircraft lost all engine power after hitting a flock of birds. The captain was able to land the aircraft on the Hudson River in New York. Passengers evacuated onto the wings and the slides at the front doors. Everyone survived the accident. These photos show Japan Airlines training for their cabin crew. Flight attendants are trained to keep passengers safe and to help them evacuate if needed. But you can also do lots of things to keep yourself safe.
Research shows that the best way to stay safe in an aircraft is to pay attention to the safety briefing, read the safety card, and know where to find your life vest. Remember, it's under your seat. Count the seat rows to the nearest exit in front and behind you. And finally, put on your own oxygen mask before assisting other people. If you'd like to take a look, here are some links to a few airline safety briefings. Thank you for your attention. Have a wonderful flight.